What do you think these music videos have in common? Any guesses? Well, each of these music videos were choreographed by someone who is not only involved in K-pop, but whose work also includes artists you may know, like Monsta X, Chris Brown, and Justin Bieber, just to name a few. Dancer and choreographer Rina Chae has worked on music videos, commercials, live shows, is a host on TV, and has her own dance crew, Street Candy. We sent Kpop-TV's Carmen to meet choreographer Rina Chae at her home in New Zealand to find out how Rina got her start.
Kiwi to rock around, that's safe and fly. It's Kiwi. It's Kiwi. It's Kiwi, 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 Kiwi. It's Kiwi to rock around, that's safe and fly.
It started kind of unexpectedly, I guess, because I'm from a all doctors family and my mom and dad are doctors, so are my younger sisters. So when I started getting into it was, I just watched people dance like at school when I was in like intermediate school. I don't know what that is in US, but that's around like 11 years old. And I thought that was like really cool and I could really do that. Like I do that at home all the time anyway. So I started getting into it, and for some reason like the teachers, choreographers, and like dance mentors used to really like me, and they said this could be your thing, like, you know, you have something in this. And I thought, really? Okay. And I genuinely really loved it. And because I didn't really have a passion per se at the time, this was my first like passion, like or love that I had for something. And it never stopped.
Did you study it in school?
Yeah. So I went to like a very whatchamacallit, it was a very like academic driven school that I went, high school that I went to. But out of it, the last year of high school, I was having like a meeting with my teachers saying, would you be so surprised if I took dancing as my main course in university as opposed to everything else that I was doing? And they were like, actually, Rina, we're not surprised at all. Like, this is clearly your calling. Go for it. And I did. So even then, my mom, of course, didn't really like the fact that I was becoming a dancer. It sounded very, you know, risky from a doctor mom's point of view with her eldest daughter in a Korean family. So she was like, I just don't think that dancing is a very sustainable career. And this is still forever. At the age of 36, this is still her main concern, is this is not a sustainable career. I'm sure it's not gonna last long. But now I'm like, Mom, it's been what? Like good 26 years of my career now. Like 16 years of a career now. You're not gonna stop me anymore.
Yes, Asian mothers.
Asian mothers, they won't stop, they'll never stop.
Yeah.
But in a way, she's very proud of me for what I have done, so. So after university, I actually thought about going into Broadway. So I went to London, went to Pineapple Dance Studio and all that, like for 6 months, and I realized this is not exactly fulfilling my heart at the moment. This is fun, but it doesn't seem like my calling. So I came back home and I was taking all these like workshops from internationals, and there was a man called Andre Fontes who was a dancer from back in the day and a choreographer for Britney Spears. He pulled me aside after a workshop and said, what are you doing here?
Really?
Like, LA needs you. You should be in LA. And I didn't think twice. I said, okay, let me get my visa sorted and I'll see you next year. So I went over in 2009, early 2009, and that's where my like actual dance career began.
Okay, so what was your first big break?
That's hard to say, because I think my dance career in LA, as one of thousands and thousands of dancers that come through every single day in the big city,
right?
I was just one of them with no networks, no nothing. I just had whatever training that I had from New Zealand with an extreme passion for dance. that was it. So I was just like many other one of them. So I want to describe my career as not like a break, but it was constant testing after testing after testing. I luckily landed this like big national commercial on my first week of getting I know it was, and I was working next to all these like legendary dancers that I had no idea who they were. The choreographers who were choreographers of Michael Jackson, like, and I had no idea who they were. Did not know the scale of this job. Totally walked in there, this naive Kiwi Korean girl, like.
Yeah.
That was my first big job that I'll never forget about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually I worked, really, really hard at what I do, and people start. I think in a big city, people get intimidated and they're like, "Oh, but would that work?" Whatever. But really, if you do you, people will recognize, appreciate,
Yeah.
and you'll start becoming seen by the people that you want to be seen by.
Yeah.
And you will start ticking off your dream, like your bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I noticed anyway.
I also believe that too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, was Beyonce part of your bucket list?
No, Beyonce was not part of. Actually, I didn't have like a I want to dance with these artists type
Oh,
of
yeah?
bucket list.
Oh,
I
okay.
just had I want to dance on this stage type of bucket list.
Okay.
So I definitely wanted to dance on like the award shows, TV shows
Right.
that I've always looked up to and admired, music videos. So it wasn't so much like I want to dance with this artist. It was more that I enjoy dancing this way,
Yeah.
and I want to be on stage dancing like this
Okay.
type of thing, and it happened. So
Wow.
after a few of those and 6 years, good 6 years of dancing there, and ticking off whatever I wanted to tick off, I wanted to come back home and be with mom, be with the family.
Right.
Yeah.
One of your main ventures is your dance team, Street Candy.
Yes. Street Candy is something I started when I got back in New Zealand, because actually the moment I got back, it was really just, I don't know, I want to describe my life as lucky, because I got back with no expectations in taking on dancing. I
Right.
did not know what my home like industry was like at the moment, you know what I mean? So I came back thinking maybe I'll get a job. Like on the last week of my LA stay, I already was applying for a university course in teaching high schools or something.
Okay.
So I applied for it, and I got back to New Zealand. They called me within a month saying, "Hey, we want to interview you for this course if you're still interested."
Right.
But within the month, I was already fully booked out with jobs, including like the X Factor. We were dancing with Ricky Martin, Savage, and Timmy Trumpet. We were doing like 2 music videos. It was just fully booked out that I had to tell the Auckland University, like, "Oh, sorry, maybe next time, like I'm not thinking about that anymore."
Yeah.
So when I was getting booked on a few different jobs, and I needed dancers,
Right.
so that's when I started like looking for dancers, and then I realized there wasn't really like a scene or like a platform for female dancers to be just female dancers, just be women,
Yeah.
do womanly dancing,
Right.
in like the likes of videos and on stage. So I thought, well, that's weird, because New Zealand is very out there when it comes to hip hop competitions,
Right.
like choreography. So why isn't there a platform for women? So I started this mentorship for female dancers,
Okay.
where they can. It's pretty much about creating a safe place for women to just do them without feeling like having to be fitting into a
Right.
different feel or a look or a style that they think hip hop is about. Do you know what I mean?
There is a very set image,
Right?
but it's from a male gaze, I would say.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was really interesting, because in America, like, you watch these women and they are so woman to the core that it's inspiring,
Right.
And I came back and I thought New Zealand would be the same or similar anyway.
Yeah.
But it was really like kind of amusing to watch women try to be something else when they are dancing. Like, we'll be talking like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And for example, you're very like, pretty, gorgeous, like,
Oh, thank
So you would think this is what you'll see, but when they dance, they'll transform into something else, like
Yeah.
maybe a little aggressive, maybe manly in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
When they dance hip hop or urban choreo.
Yeah.
And I thought, why you guys gotta be like that? Can we just be in a space where you can just appreciate being womanly?
Right.
So after that mentorship, I thought, okay, there were some women that I really connected with dancing together, and I really enjoy dancing with them.
Yeah.
We called ourselves Street Candy.
Yeah.
It's with double E.
Right.
I don't know, because you gotta be edgy, right? Like my friend suggested that actually, and I really liked it.
Okay.
So now we are officially the company Street Candy Dance Company, and we do a lot of work from like music videos,
Right.
live events,
Right.
corporate events, K-pop choreographies.
Yeah.
All together.
I understand that you did the K-pop choreography for AOA and BoA. Did you have any special memories from any K-pop artists in particular? Can you walk us like the process? Like how does it even start? Like do they contact you?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I'll get a phone call from my agent buddy, like, and he'll say, "Hey, can you get this choreography done within 5 days?" And it's not like Korea. In Korea, I learned that they work in different systems. So they have a dance team that do everything together.
Right.
From one thing to the next, that they do everything together. Here, New Zealand and America, like every dancer, even the choreographer, is like a freelancer.
Okay.
So when you get given a job, you check for people's availabilities. Like, it's not like hey team, all right, from tomorrow we're gonna go into this.
Right.
It's like, are you available?
Yes.
Let's find the space. Let's lock a time in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's a longer process in a way.
Yeah.
So every time we do a job, it's like, ready, set, go.
Yeah. Okay. No, and then I think all your choreographies came out really well.
Thank you.
Especially Boaz. Like that song has a special place in my heart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The stranger. Like, who are you, stranger? Yeah. Okay. So, sorry. Forgive my fangirl moment. Okay. So you're working on Monsta X.
We have done a lot of Monsta X numbers.
Oh, yeah?
So with the boy band groups, what happens is I work with a Korean choreography agent.
Okay.
And he calls me for jobs. Then with boy band group numbers, I get my friends to choreograph and I check them. With some of them, I don't need to check them. Like some of the choreographers that's done a lot of these boy band choreographies, I don't have to check their routines, because to me they're gonna be good anyway.
Wow.
Some of the people that I decide to hire, they're maybe not as experienced in the K-pop dance industry. So in which case, either I'm there physically helping out.
Right.
No, it's gotta be like this, whatever. Or I'll check out their video, they'll send me, and then I'll make huge notes, like pages and pages of notes, like
Okay.
this part, this part, this part, this part.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they'll have to redo it, send
Yeah.
it back,
Yeah, yeah.
get checked again.
Okay.
But it's a long process.
Okay.
Because you can't, in K-pop especially,
Yeah.
you can't just half-heartedly submit a job. It's got to be done like precisely
Yeah.
as they want. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So is the back and forth with like the Korean agency, or just like, so you do most of the back and forth here and then you send it off?
Yes, yes. Here, I'll do it here, and then I'll send it off
Okay.
before it gets seen by the big boss. Yeah.
Okay. So what can you tell me about the acceptance of K-pop here in New Zealand?
That it's growing, first
Yeah.
of all. And actually, it's really surprising. So after this relationship began with the Korean agent, with the K-pop jobs,
Right.
even then I thought, who would understand K-pop in New Zealand anyway? I was very skeptical. Then I got approached by a company or an organization in New Zealand
Right.
who run events and to do public K-pop shows.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like, it came out of nowhere, and this is exactly when I was starting to work on these jobs anyway.
Okay.
And I thought, how did they find out? Or how did they even know? Or is this all supposed to be like a meant to be situation?
Yeah.
So I've been working with this company called AK Satellites in New Zealand for the past like 3 years. And this year, the show just grew from one thing to another. They decided to have a K-pop party night at the historic town hall, Auckland Town Hall Center.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hold a K-pop party night there.
Right.
And I thought, wow, that's crazy. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. And I did not know how that will turn out. But what is it? 700 to 800 people turned up on the night.
Oh.
Just to support the show, get down, have a jam. The cypher circles were massive.
Yeah.
There were literally like 10-year-olds to like 7-year-old men dancing in the circles. It was insane.
Yeah.
Clearly the scene is like just growing and growing,
Oh, yeah.
even out here.
Okay. I believe the Korean government funded some dance workshops.
Yes,
To help-
last year.
Right, to help Kiwi children fight off depression. So how are you involved with that?
That was a really sweet idea by the Korean consulate. It was so cool because they were taking a part in, anti-depression campaign.
Right.
And they thought, you know what, how about some like fun dancing,
Right.
With this? That'd be cool. They brought me on board and thought, how do you think K-pop dance would help these kids like fight off whatever,
Yeah.
loneliness, depression, like
Right.
bullying.
Right.
So we had a big meeting about this over lunch, and I thought, you know what, actually though, like these days music isn't very inspiring for kids anymore, especially urban, music. It's not that kid friendly anymore. Like the message isn't very positive either.
Right.
It's pretty dark in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you listen to K-pop, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Upbeat, all smiles. What they remember from the music videos is smiles,
Right.
energy, bubbliness, colors, like these cuteness, like. And I thought, I think this could be cool. And what I've noticed throughout running these K-pop shows and events and such, and doing, like getting involved in concerts, has been that people network. They
Yeah.
make friends in these events. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go, oh, you like BTS? I like BTS. And all of a sudden they become friends. And making friends, like for students when you're in those like school years, is really important to have like a sense of belonging
Right.
or like a connection.
Right.
And just the fact that K-pop music and dance brings that together in people, I think is really super cool. So we ran that workshop in maybe 12 schools last year.
Oh.
And we had a big final, like a workshop in town where everybody was invited to come and just
Yeah.
dance. They were wearing these like anti-depression t-shirts. Like it was so cute.
Aw.
And I know for a fact that some of them actually made good friends and they're still practicing K-pop somewhere
Wow.
on their own.
Aw. That's a really amazing program.
Yeah. I hope we get to do it again this year.
How have you noticed Korean companies, are they paying more attention to New Zealand these days?
You mean the Korean
Korean
labels?
companies and labels
Yeah.
in Korea?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
I mean, everybody knows Paris Goebel, right?
Yes.
I mean, she's a big Kiwi name out there, anywhere in the world, and
Right.
definitely in the K-pop industry too. There are 3 figures that are working heavily in the K-pop industry from New Zealand. So
Okay.
I definitely know that New Zealand is like really out there
Oh,
in the
yeah.
K-pop industry.
You mentioned that they're actually holding auditions also in New Zealand now?
Yeah. So SM Entertainment has already been here holding auditions.
Right.
And I already thought, wow, they're coming to New Zealand. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I hear that Cube Entertainment is also coming
Okay.
soon, past Australia and then here.
Yeah.
Thought, wow, this is a really cool opportunity.
Yeah, there's more and more Kiwi idols, right? There's, I think someone from Blackpink studied.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jenny.
Jenny,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
In fact, one of the choreographers for Blackpink is from New Zealand.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle Hanagami.
No, Hinagami is LA.
Yeah, yeah.
Tutin is New Zealand. So he's the choreographer for Blackpink for many of their songs.
Oh wow.
So New Zealand actually works a lot in K-pop, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very surprising.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So underground us.
yeah.
I mean, look at all of this and then you think, what? K-pop choreography is here?
Well, you just never know where talent comes from.
Never know.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that New Zealand is really getting out there.
I'm glad too. This is an amazing place.
Oh, thank you.
Can you talk about your work with the Air New Zealand safety video?
Oh, yeah.
I saw that on my way here.
Oh, did you?
Yes. And then when I did my research, I realized, oh, you were in it.
Yeah. I actually choreographed it.
Oh, really?
All the dance numbers, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a big undertaking. There's a lot going on there.
They shot in 2-3 different locations. So all the dance scenes from Auckland, like the b-boys, the hip hop laundromat, all the burger place. It was all from here with my dancers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we actually worked with the Street Candy Dance Company. We actually work on so many different projects throughout the year, and that was definitely one to remember. It was so last minute.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what job isn't?
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. It's been such an awesome conversation.
Oh, thank you.
So, Rina, where can we find you on social media?
Oh, on Instagram, my ID is its dot Rina Chae, RINACHAE, and my company Street Candy is with double E, so it's at Street Candy with double E instead of Y.
Okay, great. So thank you so much for taking the time to interview with us. We really appreciate it. If you're ever in San Francisco, please stop by our studio. We would love to chat with you or do something with you. Yeah, and we wish you the best. It seems like your career is doing well. We hope it gets even better. Help spread the word of K-pop.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this has been Rina Chae. I'm Carmen for Kpop-TV. Bye.
Hi, I'm Rina Chae, and you're watching Kpop-TV.